Hello, everyone. My name is Eric Cave, and I'm the Director of Next Gen Ministries for the Pacific Northwest Conference. And today I'm excited to welcome Bob Grosch. He's a member of Trinity Covenant Church in Salem, Oregon. And this year he helped the church to form a free low-income tax clinic to help people in the community. And I can't wait to hear all about it. But first, Bob, welcome. Take a moment
Thank
to
you.
introduce yourself and tell us how you got connected with Trinity Covenant Church.
Well, I'm a retired Lutheran pastor, and when we moved to Salem couple of years ago, we were looking around for a church with a good mission philosophy and also one that was somewhat of a compromise between the background for my new wife uh, and myself. So we landed at Trinity and are very happy to be there.
Great. And then where did this idea for doing a tax help program come from, and what went into getting it started?
Well, years ago, when I was a pastor in Cincinnati, I got looking at the tax system in our country and realized that there's something almost immoral about a law that requires every citizen to hire professional help
Mm.
in order to fulfill the law. And among poor people, this is a special burden. And so we started a program there where we did free tax preparation for people and was very much appreciated. And when I came to Trinity, I suggested that this might be a way that we could do a reach out in our community as well.
And so, how many people did you help out this last year, and how was it received in the community?
Well, we actually helped about 140 people.
Wow,
Uh,
that's amazing.
we prepared actually about 120 to 130 returns, both for the current year and for past years. And then we had another 10 to 15 people that we just had coming in for advice or information. And some of them went away realizing they didn't have to file because of various reasons.
And you say we, so you had a team of people?
We did. We had a team of about 8 people, including one retired CPA, and including 3 people who were not even members of our
Oh,
congregation.
great.
When they heard of the program, asked if we could accept them as volunteers. And that was especially heartwarming because one of them was a second generation Vietnamese refugee
Oh,
who
wow.
wanted to give back to the community, and the other one was a second generation Mexican immigrant. And so, again, they had a heart for helping people that needed a boost up.
That's fantastic. Well, in our email correspondence, you shared some incredible stories about the personal impact that your program had on people's lives, and I'd love for you to share a few of those with our audience.
Well, yeah, we had several really, and this has been my experience always was working in a program like this with low income people. That is, that uh, we find that low-income people have hitches in their lives at times that can get them in trouble with the IRS. And
Mm,
if we can uh, assist with that, we're happy to do that. We had one man who had not filed for 3 years
mm,
because he had had a chronic, ongoing, very serious illness
mm,
that kept him in and out of the hospital and in and out of the workforce for three
mm.
years. And so he hadn't filed. When we were done with him, we got him up with the IRS and were able to go back and secure his refunds from the previous 3 years.
Wow.
And he got probably the highest paycheck he'd gotten at any point since his
Wow.
illness began. And that's
That's
always a
great.
thrill to help people out. If he
Mhm.
had to purchase those professional services, he'd be anywhere from 500 to a thousand
Mhm.
dollars.
Right.
Um, we have sometimes kids coming in with their first summer earnings. and they don't know how to do taxes, and so we
Mm.
can do some coaching for
Oh,
them.
that's great.
I had
Good
one
connection.
woman who said she was moved in from another state, and I said to her, "Where did you live last year?" And she said, "In a women's shelter." And
Mm.
so this was her move out into the working community. And it's really a joy and a privilege to be able to give people a little boost at that point in their life.
Those are amazing, amazing stories. And I imagine a lot of them, if not most of them, were from outside of the membership of Trinity Covenant Church. Is that
Oh, I think every one of them
every
was
one of them?
actually. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Uh, Yeah, I didn't share. We also had one man too who had just gotten out of prison, been out of prison about 6 months, had his first job, and was coming in to file his tax return, trying to reestablish his life. And so, since I'm also a retired marriage and family therapist, he got a little emotional support along with his IRS support.
A little extra. Good. So did Trinity host like space for this to happen for to meet with people and such? Did it take place at on the campus there?
Yeah, we did it right there in the church building. And we did it 2 nights a week, or I should say, we did it one night and Saturday morning.
Mm,
Uh, and it was just a walk-in situation. People didn't need an appointment. They could just come in and get the services they needed.
yeah. Well, it sounds like it was an incredible opportunity to bless people's lives, to make an impact on the community, for Trinity to be a lighthouse, a light on the hill for Salem. And so, thank you so much for your faithfulness and your just a heart for making an impact on people's lives that way. If people that are watching this are feeling inspired, they're like, "Man, we would love to do this in our church." What would you recommend they do? How would they go get started with something like this?
Well, just have them call me. Give them my contact information. I'm kind of busy in and out of town this summer, but um, I will eventually respond to any inquiries. It is a program that I don't consider terribly difficult. I've certainly done more difficult programs in the church.
Mhm.
It's easier than doing a fundraiser by far. So I highly recommend it because this is a way to reach out to people. And if you really are into the reality that people who are unchurched don't quite understand the giving heart that Christians can have. Here's one way to demonstrate that. And many of the people go away in awe and say, gee, I never really realized that there were people willing to help me in this way.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, and I agree with you. This is a great way to be Jesus' hands and feet in our communities. So, well, again, Bob, thank you for the work that you've done, and especially thank you for taking the time to share your story with us today.
Thank you. I'm happy to do it.
Okay,
And I
I'll put
hope,
your contact information right below this video in our blog post. Be sure to reach out with Bob if you have questions or if you are interested in starting a similar program at your church.
good. Thank you much.